I was reincarnated as a little skeleton, and signed a contract with a girl. From then on I'd always ask for hugs when I had nothing else to do, which made the girl incredibly annoyed with me. After all, look at my tiny form, I looked fragile and weak, but little did she know, I was the Skeleton King with an infinite devour system. To prove my power, I jumped straight into the girl's arms, then dragged her to a monster cave with me. Stick with me, and I'll make sure you live a life full of luxuries. Because the girl had no one else, only an ill sister by her side, she knew her only choice was to trust me. That night, I led her to a monster's cave. At first, the girl thought it was just another regular monster den, but then, suddenly, a 3S level boss appeared. Its terrifying roar made her freeze in fear. But I wasn't scared. I activated my skills and rushed toward the monster. I was surrounded by blue flames, and the intense heat quickly severely injured the boss. As the monster's power surged into my body, I had to admit this felt amazing. The next second, my body, once only 18 centimeters tall, grew into a 10-meter tall super skeleton. The girl was dumbfounded. She couldn't believe her eyes. Everything I had promised her turned out to be true. Just as we thought things were settling down, the system sent me an alert about the final boss. Final boss incoming. Prepare for battle. It turned out this wasn't even the final boss. Next, a giant armored figure carrying a huge axe appeared. I charged toward it with my massive sword. Although it was the ultimate boss, it was not immune to physical damage. Seizing the opportunity, I swung my sword, and with an explosion of force, the final boss fell to the ground. With the boss's death, the dungeon was cleared. I shrank back to my original 18-centimeter size. System announcement. Host has cleared dungeon. Reward, 1 million gold coins. Life potion. The girl burst into tears when she saw the reward. After 20 years of being alone and poor, she finally had money, and the life potion could heal her sister's illness. But I told her, this is just pocket change. Stick with me, and I'll take you to the top. She hugged me tightly, and we went straight to the hospital. Not only did she pay off the overdue medical bills, but she also gave the life potion to her sister. With the potion's healing power, her sister recovered fully. The two sisters hugged and cried, while I, the little skeleton, stood aside, promising that I would always protect her. The sister laughed, reassured. As our bond grew stronger, a wealthy second-generation kid, who had always planned to make the girl his servant, was absolutely furious. His plan had been for the girl to fail to pay the hospital fees, so she'd eventually have to sell herself to him. But now, not only had the girl paid the fees, she'd even killed a dungeon boss. In a fit of rage, the rich kid sent his contracted beast to intercept us on our way home. We were walking through the forest, and the girl felt something was off. Normally, she walked this road every day, but today, it felt wrong. Then, out of nowhere, a cloaked figure emerged. When we looked closer, we thought it was just a small creature, but the next second, it transformed into a terrifying werewolf and charged straight for the girl. I rushed forward to fight the werewolf, and then activated my skill, Purify Biome. The werewolf was instantly struck by the attack, and let out a tragic scream, before being turned into a tiny kitten. System announcement. Congratulations, you've defeated the ultra-rare beast, Wolfkate. Reward, passive skills, basic physical resistance, basic magic resistance, basic poison resistance. Unlocked skill, night vision. Unlocked form, Skeleton King. I looked absolutely awesome in my new form. The girl stared at me, her eyes full of admiration. But just then, she was trapped in a magic circle, and red electricity began crackling inside. The rich second-generation kid had arrived, and when he saw the girl trapped, he couldn't help but grin. But what he didn't see was the 20-meter tall giant skeleton that was now very angry in the woods.